Welcome to Foosball, where we got nothing better to do than do football trivia, just like all of you guys out there in internet land with your valuable time. And
I love trivia, man. I'm glad we're doing
trivia is awesome.
Yeah.
It's like the most fun you can have doing almost nothing.
Dude,
I can only hear so much hype about Colston Loveland and Luther Bird and how great they look on the sidelines when everyone else is just walking around in shorts.
I know. We got to have our own hype and our own things. We're going to do a cool segment and we're going to do like a transition and stuff. It's going to be really awesome. But
bring in the energy hype.
You guys, we're going to go 1v. We're going to go 1v1 with all this like awesome drama of quiz action. Neckbeard, who do you think is going to win in this trivia NFC trivia or NFL trivia contest?
I think I'm going to win. I'm good at trivia. So if I lose, then Dave can definitely talk some smack to me. So
Dave, who do you think is going to win in this trivia contest?
I was smart until I had kids. I forgot everything in the last 7 years. I don't.
Well, I made these questions.
You can never go wrong with Dick Butkus.
Right. Well, it's the thing. These questions are definitely like hard enough where it's going to be hard for everybody, but it'll make us remember some fun memories.
Okay, so we're gonna get them all wrong, is what you're saying.
Young and hard.
Choom 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 versus.
Yeah, fight.
Yeah, hype versus just explosions and stuff. This is the versus part of our show.
There we go. Now we're at the same level.
Get excited.
That doesn't look so weird. All right. I mean, Doug, hype's definitely bringing the hype.
It'll be fun.
I got a scorecard here. We're gonna keep score, and we got a buzzer system. Okay.
Yeah.
We've got
it's
some
also
really cool trivia.
Marvel versus Star Wars, but we're both owned by Disney now anyway, so I guess it doesn't matter.
That's true.
It's all fake. So
this is what's gonna go down, guys. We're doing trivia, and we have a buzzer system that I have on my phone here, so I can hear it when they buzz or see it when they buzz, and see who buzzes in first. And then they get to answer the question. If they get it wrong, the other person gets a chance to steal it. But there's gonna be a time limit on it, okay?
All right.
I'm gonna count to a certain amount, and then it'll be over with. I'll say Bert, and I'm gonna say Bert.
Arnie.
Hype, are all these questions worth 1 point? Are we just doing 1 point per question?
Yeah, and I might do some bonus ones. Like some of these questions where like there'll be a bonus part of the question. It'll be very random, just if there is a really cool bonus thing.
Bonus round. I'm all for that.
We've got a decent amount of questions, so don't worry. There's lots of opportunity to be a fool.
All right, let's do it.
Okay. Question 1.
Hands on buzzers.
Hands on your buzzers. I'm clearing the buzzers. I can see here on my phone, guys, who buzzes in first. Okay.
All right.
It's like legit. Which NFL team won a playoff game with negative net passing yards? Here's a hint. Think about what NFL team won a lot of playoff games in the last 2 decades, but did not necessarily always throw for a lot of yards.
I buzzed in.
Nick Beard buzzed in first.
I think I'm wrong, but I'm going to say the Baltimore Ravens.
Incorrect. Dave, you have a chance to steal.
The Tana throws the Tennessee Titans.
Incorrect. Brr. It's the New England Patriots in 2005 with the Jaguars. They had -4 yards passing.
And they still won, of course.
They still won the game.
Dude, I thought about saying that, and I was like, there's no way, because people would have given Brady crap about it.
It's a really good quiz question. I never would have thought that was a thing that happened. I forgot totally, right?
Because they always won with defense.
But they played the Jaguars in 2005, so like Jaguars weren't world beaters. They just ran the ball every play, I guess.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Clearing buzzers. I love these throwback questions so much. Question number 2. Who is the only player to catch a touchdown for 3 different teams in 3 separate postseasons? I'll give you guys a hint.
No hints. I already buzzed.
Oh, you buzzed.
Yeah. Dave's got it.
Dave buzzed.
I'll try Jerry Rice.
Jerry Rice. That is incorrect.
I buzzed.
Derek also buzzed.
Stephon Diggs.
Incorrect.
But
The
he
answer is
has.
Brandon Stokely, the Ravens, Colts, and Broncos.
Oh my god, who the hell would know that?
Peyton Manning.
I guess. Jesus.
I mean, people know that he played for the Colts in the Broncos in the playoffs, but I forgot about the Ravens.
I guess Diggs
yeah.
must have never caught one for the Texans because I know he did for the Vikings and the Bills for
Yeah,
sure.
I don't think he did catch one for the Texans.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, but this is fun. These are fun old school questions. These are tough ones. They will get easier.
All right.
But these are just really fun facts. Okay, question number 3. What backup quarterback led a team to a playoff win with just 6 pass completions? Okay, I'm going to give you guys a hint. Think of a quarterback who was not so good at throwing the ball,
Dude,
and he maybe ran the ball more often.
There's a million people.
And he began the season as a backup, but eventually became the starter.
Can you give us the team? Because I got no idea. Dave, are you good with the?
I'll give you a hint. I'll give you a hint. This game that they won, or sorry, that they threw won with just 6 completions was against the Steelers.
Okay.
Think about it. What quarterback beat the Steelers in the playoffs, and he was not necessarily a good throwing quarterback?
Did Lamar come in for Flacco?
This
I
is
buzzed,
think further in the past. When did the Broncos go to the playoffs and beat the Steelers with somebody who couldn't throw the ball very well?
Oh my God! Damn it! I know who it is.
Wait,
is it
it
my
looks
turn?
like
to...
Dave buzzed first.
Oh no, yeah, I already said it. I was wrong.
Yeah,
oh, you did.
said
Oh, yeah,
Lamar.
right. Yeah, sorry. So Derek, it's your turn now.
Tim freaking Tebow.
Yeah, it's Tim Tebow.
Yeah.
Oh no,
Neckbeard gets one.
I remember
one
that
point.
game now that you said it, and
That
I
was an
remember
iconic game. They replayed that highlight
that
like
game
over
now.
and over for years.
Yeah, no more Tim Tebow questions.
The
please.
man.
I remember walking into like an ice hockey place, and it was on the screen, and everyone just cheering because it was like I live in Denver, you know. And
I
everyone
remember,
nuts, and I was like, he threw this crazy pass to beat the Steelers, and you're just like, what is happening?
Yep.
Oh yeah, and they tried to give him all the glory to Tebow. I'm like, no, I'm pretty sure.
I mean, that one game is what made him a superstar, and like everybody talking about him and shit.
It did,
know,
and
like,
he completed 6 passes. That tells you everything.
6 passes in the whole game, right?
Man, Tim Tebow.
These are fun
All right.
questions, though. Okay, so we've got a score now.
Woo!
Woohoo! Okay. Here is question number 6. Who's the only player to throw 5 interceptions in a single playoff game? Wait, I'm trying to clear the buzzers. It's not letting me clear them. Hold on.
It looks cleared.
Okay, fine. Okay, go
Hey,
ahead.
you got to reset the timer. Oh God, Goff just had 4 turnovers last year, but one of those was a fumble.
I feel like it's more old school. That's the theme
Right.
that he's doing.
It's a little bit older. I'll give you a hint.
Please.
People might think it's Brett Favre because he threw like a bunch of it, but
I
it
would
wasn't
remember
him.
that. No, it's not Brett Favre. I would remember that.
He did throw a lot against the Rams. I think he had 4.
Okay, I'm throwing a random one out there that people wouldn't think so, but I think this might be correct. I'm going to say Peyton Manning.
That is incorrect.
I was going to go with little brother Eli.
Oh, that's not a bad choice either.
All right, hold
Either
on. I'm going to
Manning.
give you guys both a second chance. I'm going to give you a hint. This was in the Super Bowl. And if you remember when we were talking about Super Bowl MVPs,
Mhm.
some of the Super Bowl MVPs had guys that were the MVP was the guys on the defense because
All right. I think I know who it is. I think I know what team it is. Now I can't remember the dude's name.
I'll give you a hint. It was against the Buccaneers in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was that Raiders guy.
Yeah. I'm buzzing again. I'm going to say Brad Johnson.
Incorrect.
Or no, he was the Buccaneers coach.
He's Buccaneers
Dang
quarterback.
it. The other guy. I know who it is
Hey,
now.
all
Can
you
I
have to
go
do is say
again?
his name.
I know who it is.
Rich
Dave has to
Gannon?
guess.
Yes, Rich Gannon.
Dang it.
Correct.
Dang it. Good job.
Green Bay Packer pregame color coordinator nowadays.
Yeah. Rich
See,
Gannon.
these questions
I
are
don't-
tough,
I
but
don't
now
really
that you
wonder-
hear the answers, like
Dude,
they're
I
not
can't
that.
believe he threw 5 picks in that game. That's crazy because he had a really good year.
Oh yeah, he did.
But he was
amazing
just
with
throwing the ball to
Jerry
the other
Rice.
team the whole game. Yeah, he was
Yeah,
terrible.
Jerry Rice and Tim Brown, I think.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if you guys ever saw, I think it was like Derek Brooks or somebody from Tampa Bay, like did an interview where he was like, we knew their whole playbook in every play they were calling. Cause like the coaches had been on the
Yeah,
Raiders.
that's when
So,
Gruden
like,
came
they
over.
stole it
Yeah,
from
yeah,
the
exactly.
coach from
So
the
he's like,
Raiders.
it was the easiest defensive game I've ever played in my life, and it was a Super Bowl.
And
You
yeah,
know?
Bill Callahan was the Raiders head coach, and he doesn't know
Yep.
how to change anything because he was.
Nope.
Yep.
Yeah,
Makes
so
sense.
sad, dude. So sad for the
All right,
Raiders Nation.
here's the next question. Which kicker missed 3 field goals in a single playoff game, and all of them hit the uprights?
Oh, I know this. Oh
Are we counting the double doink as 2
man.
times
No,
in the upright and 1 kick?
no. Kicker questions, man. Jeez, you got to give us like the teams or the team or something.
The double doink was part of this answer.
Yeah, I. can't
Oh,
believe
so
I'm
it's
drawing
the
a blank
Bears
on this.
kicker from that
Yeah.
game. I can't remember his damn name.
I
The answer is Cody Parker. Parky.
Oh.
Parky.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
never.
well, I thought you'd remember Dave because of the double doink and stuff, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah, and then I remember I think it was the Rolling Stones did a concert in Soldier Field a couple of months later, and they said, "I don't know if you know this, but right there is the spot where he kicked it for the double doink."
happened.
Yeah.
Some band did that, and I'm like, "Oh man, that's just too awesome."
All right, so these are some good tough questions though, but these are
Oh,
fun
yeah.
things to remember. Okay, which team has lost the most conference championship games without reaching a Super Bowl? They made it to the conference championship, but lost it every time. Never made it to
Right.
the Super Bowl. Who did it the
Never
most?
made it to the Super Bowl.
I'll give you a hint. They haven't been to the conference championship in a long time.
And Marino went to the Super Bowl.
I'm gonna say hold on now.
Nick,
This
you're buzzed in.
includes their history before and present, because I believe it's the Cleveland Browns.
That's correct.
Yeah,
Ding ding
And
ding
Oh,
ding
nice.
ding.
Yeah. because they lost a ton of them in the 80s to John
Yeah.
Elway, those poor
They
bastards.
did.
And then obviously they haven't been in a while now. But yeah, they
Oh,
lost
good
a
call.
ton. Yeah. So okay. Yay, got one.
2-1, bad guys.
It does.
Okay then.
Yeah, in Foolsball, we have real hard-hitting questions. These are tough questions.
No, these
They're
are tough,
really good
dude. These
ones.
are
That
way
was
harder
good.
than most of the trivia I watch for football.
yeah. It's
Kicker
a high-quality
questions?
show. It's going to
Kicker
start getting
questions.
easier though because we'll go into the NFC North stuff. Let's see. Here's the next question. All
You
right,
gotta fix
actually,
the
we're going
buzzer.
into the NFC North now. Okay, the super hardcore mode's over. Like the super hardcore.
right, Restart the
No.
buzzers.
You're restarting the buzzers.
All right.
Oh wait, no, we're not. Actually, I lied. We're not in NFC North yet. Okay. This kind of is one. What Super Bowl winning coach never won a playoff road game? And I'll give you a hint. They are a coach that coached in the NFC North, or actually,
I
this
was
is
going to
back
say
in the
Tony
day. So
Dungy.
it was back in the day. It was when there was the Central or whatever.
Yeah, Tony Dungy.
Incorrect.
God.
Which coach won a Super Bowl?
When he didn't
Without-
win any, he's never won a road playoff game ever. Think of a team that when they went to the playoffs, they had such a good record, they never even had an away game. So they're all at home, right?
If this is who I think it is and Dave got it wrong, I'm gonna laugh my ass off. Is it
Yeah,
Ditka?
yeah.
Is it Ditka?
Yes, yes. That's correct.
You said
He
old
never
school.
won a
Really
playoff
awesome.
game. Never won a road
About
game?
fuck.
He never won a road game. Oh,
I
that's
told you these
kinda
questions were
awful.
awesome.
That is an awesome stat. Holy shit.
Dude. Yeah,
Dude, these are some really good
Wow.
questions.
No, but yeah, when you
Wow.
alluded to if you go old school, so I thought you're like it's like the NFC North, but not quite. I thought you were gonna refer to the NFC Central.
dude. That
Oh,
is
That's
a
what it
great
was.
area.
It was the Central back then.
well, yeah. But dude, Ditka never winning a road playoff game is
He's
nuts.
never won a road playoff game.
Oh,
That's nuts, dude.
Because either his team was so good they had all home games, right, and they
Right.
won them,
Or if
Oh,
they
yeah.
they lost to the Niners on the road or whatever.
and then they
who
would
was
like
good.
lose the next year,
Niners.
whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
to the Niners or something.
Wow, that's
an
crazy.
amazing
Ditka.
stat.
That is awesome.
Okay, here's a fun one. Okay, clear the buzzers. Derek's up 3-1 right now, even though we've had a Ditka question. What wild card team won a Super Bowl without ever playing a home game?
Easy. Green Bay Packers.
That's correct.
Duh.
2010. Ding ding ding. People forget about that. They never played a home game that whole playoff time.
Nope.
It's the only time it's ever happened.
That was the relaxed season too. So we had like a terrible record and then won a
yeah.
bunch of games and barely got into the playoffs. And then every game was on the road. So yep, that was awesome.
Okay, we're clearing the buzzers. That's a good one. All right. Which team lost 4 consecutive home playoff games between 1997 and 2004? Now, I'll give you a hint. This is kind of a hard question, right? But my hint is that they were only... let's see. So this means that when they had a really good regular season and they would lose.
Is this an NFC North related question, Doug?
No, it's not.
Oh, okay. Because the team I'm thinking of is in the NFC North. So they had 4 consecutive playoff games all at home. So they've
lost 4 consecutive home playoff games.
Right.
So this means that, and I'll give you a hint, this team did win the Super Bowl during this time, but they must have been winning on road games.
Well, then they would have, but that makes the Packers question weird because they would have had to have had.
This is between 97 and 2004. So this is the year after the Packers won the Super Bowl for the next 7 years.
But they won a Super Bowl in that period.
In that time period, they did win a Super Bowl.
How could they lose? That doesn't make any sense. Then they would have won a Super Bowl with all road games, just like the Packers did, right?
Yeah, maybe the question's phrased weird because it's all the way from 97 to 2004.
Okay, just give us a conference, AFC or NFC.
It's the NFC South.
NFC South, and they lost 4 consecutive home games. So they would have won their division most likely to get home games and then lose, but they won a Super Bowl.
I know it's a really weird stat that doesn't seem like it could be true.
It doesn't make any sense because.
Well, take this into account. They won the Super Bowl one year and they were really good, but the other years they didn't really do much in the playoffs.
I mean, the only teams that have won there's only 2 teams that have won Super Bowls from that division. So it has to be one of those 2. So I'm going to say the New Orleans Saints. I'm going to buzz in and say the New Orleans Saints.
It's not correct.
Okay, Dave, you got one other option. You better get it right.
Well, the only other one to win a Super Bowl is the Bucks.
Yeah, so it's got to be the Bucks.
Ding, ding, ding.
Okay.
It's a really weird stat. Somehow
that question seems wrong. I don't know.
That
doesn't make any sense at all. If they won the Super Bowl but lost 4 consecutive home playoff games in that span, I don't know how they didn't win all road games then to win the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
right?
within that span.
Yeah. So whatever.
But it's just 4 consecutive home playoff games in there somewhere, I guess, between those.
Oh, in between.
You know what I mean?
Well, all right, fine.
It's just a really weird random one. Okay. Here's this one. Okay, here's that one's way too hard. We're not doing that one. We're going to go down to here. Oh, okay. Here's a new one. We're clearing it out. What quarterback holds the record for most playoff losses?
You forgot to undo the buzzers.
Okay, go ahead.
I know.
Buzz.
Tom Brady.
Incorrect.
Really? Oh, I thought he had the most.
The most playoff losses.
You can only lose 1 playoff game a year. Do you know what I mean?
That's true.
So, he's been in the.
But someone lost a lot of playoff games, like a lot.
Peyton.
Incorrect. It's Brett Favre.
Oh.
It's a record for most losses.
He single-handedly won the most games.
Yeah.
They'd be in contention that he'd just do something in the 4th.
I mean, he did play till he was pretty old, and he didn't win.
Yeah, he played a long time till he was 41.
Yeah, less Super Bowls than Brady. So I guess that makes sense. Yeah.
All right, where the score is 4-2 right now. We're gonna move into the NFC North part of this quiz.
All right.
Which NFC North team?
Clear it. Okay,
I'm cleared. Which NFC North team won an NFL championship but never played in a Super Bowl?
Ding, ding, ding. Detroit Lions.
That is correct. The score is currently 5-2. Neckbeard is winning from my very high-tech scoreboard.
yes.
Clearing the buzzer. All right. That one was not the hardest one in the world. See, I had to get hard ones in the beginning because these ones are going to be easier. Who was the last NFC North quarterback to throw for 400 + yards in a playoff loss? I'll give you a hint. The team that he threw this ball for never won a Super Bowl.
Culpepper?
Incorrect.
I'm gonna say Kirk Cousins then.
Correct.
Yay! I was between Culpepper and Cousins, Dave. I'm glad you went first because I probably would have said Culpepper too.
You both picked Viking quarterbacks.
I mean, yeah, the Bears don't throw
Well,
the
you said
ball,
they never won a Super Bowl, so
and the Lions haven't been in the playoffs since 1992. So, like,
This question is really-
until the last couple of years. But
This
yeah.
question's really fun. I feel like I should have just done all NFC North questions, but these are really fun ones. Okay. Are you guys ready?
Ready?
yes.
Which team lost an NFC Championship game without scoring a touchdown?
Ding. Detroit Lions as well.
That's not correct.
The
Really?
Bears.
It's the Bears.
Oh, that's
When
right.
we played the pack.
Yes,
I should
it was
know
against,
that.
It was against Rodgers.
Yep.
Yeah, Cutler
Oh,
was
man.
on the sideline on the bike, and everyone's saying that he posted out, and it's just like, no, the injury.
There's all the memes of him smoking cigarettes on the sideline during that game.
Oh,
and
yeah.
stuff, too. Like, yeah, I remember that now. Yeah, that's right. They only had 6 points or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right,
The
clearing
Bears,
the
the Bears,
buzzers.
the Bears, the Bears, the Bears.
All right,
Whatever.
Dave. Here's your chance. Here's your chance for a comeback, Dave.
All right.
I'm not. This doesn't mean this is a question about the Bears. I'm just saying you got
yeah.
a chance. Okay. Okay. Here we go. Question 4. Which NFC North team has the most playoff wins in the wild card round? Dave.
Vikings.
Incorrect.
Okay,
Eric.
so it's either the Vikings or the Packers, or the Bears or the Packers. Oh, I gotta think about it. Give me a second.
The wild
Give me
card
10
round.
seconds. I know, wild card round, which means they won less divisions. The Packers won more. Yeah, I'm gonna say Minnesota Vikings. Or I'm
Incorrect.
sorry,
It's the
Chicago Bears.
Packers.
It is the Packers. Dang it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the Vikings would
Yeah.
win the division and then take a deuce.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I should have known that. Dang it. I'm mad at myself.
All right. We're
All right.
clearing the buzzers. I thought that one was going to be obvious. Okay.
Oh
Which
yeah,
Vik-
it was one of the two. It's just your brother's a moron.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, didn't we both say the Vikings? I was like, it's either the Bears or the Packers.
Oh
And
no,
I'm
it's
like,
either the Vikings or the Packers because the Bears
Yeah,
are
yeah,
never
yeah.
good enough to be.
no,
in the
you're right.
playoffs
Yeah,
that
I
year.
should have known that. I feel
All right,
bad.
here we
I
go.
should've known that.
Who is the first Bears quarterback to throw for 300 yards in a playoff game?
I was gonna make a joke earlier when you said 400 yards. I said the Bears haven't even cleared 3.
You forgot to reset the buzzers. I'll
Right.
let Dave take this one first.
I hit the buzzer button to clear them.
Well,
I
I'll
think
take
I know who it is.
I'll take the smoking man.
Jay Cutler, you're correct.
There you
Dave,
go,
you're
Dave.
only 2 behind now. Oh, wait.
Yep, two back.
It's all
No,
about
you're
Jay
only-
Cutler.
Yeah, you're only
baby.
2 back. It's 4-6. Here's the scoreboard, everyone. This is a high-tech scoreboard, 4-6.
Oh, it looks beautiful.
You know it's true because I wrote it down in ink. I couldn't erase it with a pencil. All right. Here we go. Which
Tyler.
NFC North? Are you guys ready for this? Okay,
Ready.
get ready. Get ready. Are the buzzers clear? Does it look like it's
Yeah.
clear?
Yes,
out?
good.
they're clear.
Okay. Which NFC North team lost a playoff game while they had a 5-1 regular season record? So they
In the
went
division?
15-1. They went 15-1 in the regular season. They lost in playoffs.
Neckbeard got it.
It's the Packers.
That is correct.
Yeah. It was the
I
year
don't see
after
the
we won the
buzzers
Super
working.
Bowl with Aaron
Mhm.
Rodgers, and then we lost to Eli when he threw that damn pass to Manningham on the sideline. That's still one of the greatest passes I've ever seen. F you, Eli. You suck. I can't
And,
believe you made that pass.
and in that game, the Packers receivers dropped all the passes.
Oh
They
yeah,
had,
it
like,
was
8
dude.
drops.
That was I think that hurt. That loss hurt me so much because we were so good that year.
Yeah.
And like they just
we
played
just
a total
but we
turd.
boat raced everyone out of the
Everybody.
stadium.
Everybody. We just
And then
were
in that
amazing.
playoff game, the receivers could not catch a cold. They just dropped
Yeah.
literally every
It
pass.
was,
There
it
was
was
like
an
8
absolute
drops.
sham. That was the beginning of the end for. Never mind.
It
Okay,
was
let's
just
move on.
yeah, that was sad.
That was a bad game.
Okay, the score is 7-4 now. You still got a chance, Dave.
Sure.
Here we go. All right, I'm going to clear it out. Okay, let's see. Which Lions quarterback threw 5 interceptions in a playoff game?
I thought you said only one player ever did that, and that was for the Raiders.
Yeah, I know. I guess that's not true. I think that was in the Super Bowl, maybe. I don't know.
Oh my god, I think I know who it is, and I cannot remember his name.
Dave buzzed in though.
Oh, go ahead, Dave.
Mitchell.
Incorrect.
Shit, that's what I was gonna say. Mm,
Think about Lions quarterbacks.
I was just saying, I
90s.
know it's dang it, I know it's a
I'll
Lions.
even tell you it's the early 90s, of course.
Yeah,
Barry
that's what I was
Sanders.
thinking. It was after Mitchell.
Mr.
or right
Robinson?
before. No. Dang it.
I'll
I
give
can
you a
picture
hint.
it.
His
All right.
name is he has the same name as a character from Seinfeld.
Kramer?
Yes.
Oh,
Kramer.
yeah, Kramer. That's
Kramer.
right. I remember him now.
Now I'm cheating for Eric, even though he's winning.
Dude, I mean, yeah, I thank you for the free point, but like I remember him now. Yeah, good job.
Okay, now I have to give David a cheating one too.
Yeah,
after
next
that
time I get
okay?
one wrong, give him an extra hint so he can try to.
I'll
get
give
it.
Dave some extra hints too.
Yeah.
Okay. Here's the next question. Get ready with your buzzers.
Right.
Which NFC North coach holds the most playoff wins with one team? Neckbeard.
Unfortunately, now are we counting like all time?
Yeah,
all the
like
way
just
back?
So all of his
a
playoff
guy
victories
with
have
one
only been with
team.
one
You know,
team?
on, like the
Or he
coach
had
for yeah.
Yeah, it's Lombardi with the Packers.
No.
Really? I know he's got a ton, by the way, 9 to be exact. I don't think McCarthy has 9. Or well,
Dave,
anyway,
Dave, you
What's,
now
what's
can.
the question?
Which
Which
NFC
NFC
North coach has the most playoff wins ever, but only count for just one team? Not like total over multiple teams, but just
Right.
one team.
Fuck it, I'd just say playoffs. I'd just go Papa Bear.
Incorrect.
we
Mike
weren't really
McCarthy.
that good. It was McCarthy.
Yeah.
So how many does
McCarthy.
McCarthy have with the Packers?
10.
Does it say? Oh, it's one more than Lombardi. Okay,
Yeah.
damn it.
He has
Oh, okay.
more.
I can't believe that.
I
That's a
thought that was an
terrible
obvious one too, just because they went to the playoffs like every year.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
he did, and he had Aaron Rodgers. So like,
Yeah.
yeah, and he had his job way too long. So, yeah.
Yeah, and Holmgren wasn't with the Packers long enough. They didn't get to the
No.
playoffs his first couple seasons or whatever.
Yeah, I knew it wasn't Holmgren because he left in the early 2000s and went to Seattle, and we should have given him GM powers, dude. Oh, that still makes me so mad. Anyway,
All right. Here's your next question. Clearing the buzzers. What Packer receiver had 3 touchdown catches in a single playoff game? I'll give you guys a hint. It was not Devontae Adams.
no, I know it's not, and I actually think is it like a really old school guy, Doug?
It's not. I'm saying it's not anybody current, not the last decade.
Right. Buzzed in Sterling Sharp.
I don't see the buzzers. Oh, I just saw it. Incorrect.
Dang it! I thought it was
Freeman?
Sharp. Sure.
Yes, correct. Dave got it.
I was thinking him right away, and I was just
Yeah,
trying
I was
to
going to give
remember.
you more cheating hints, but you got it.
Good job, Dave.
I feel like I should have. In the future, what I should do is set it up. If you get it right and it's the other person's team, you get 2 points. I should have set it up like that. Or it's
Next
like,
game. Next
if
game.
next game if you steal.
If I
it-
get Packers questions wrong and he gets that
yeah,
makes sense.
that would be a really good one. That would be a good one. Oh my God, this one's so good. Here we go. Clear the buzzers. Which NFC North defense forced 5 turnovers in a playoff win in 2018, but they still lost?
Green Bay Packers.
Did you buzz in? Nope.
Yeah.
That's not correct.
What
It's the
they did?
Bears.
It is the Bears.
Wait a
Who
minute.
was our quarterback?
We forced 5 against the Seattle Seahawks in that championship game and lost. Wasn't it?
Yeah,
5?
but I said 5 turnovers in a playoff win in 2018. It was a specific year.
Oh, my bad. My bad. What game was that, Dave?
That was Trubisky.
That was versus the Eagles. He had 2 interceptions and there was 3 fumbles.
Mhm.
See?
We drafted him, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go buy myself a tree
I
stand.
have
now,
to
and
say,
I'm
I
gonna
wish
spend
there was
some
more
high
Mitch
school.
Trubisky questions in here. What a
I
great
mean,
guy.
that's just glorious to know.
Dave is pulling closer now to the end
Yeah.
here. This is good.
Is it
Here's
7,
futility.
8
I
to
got
6?
it on lockdown.
8-6 on those Bears.
Okay, here's a
failure
tougher
questions.
question.
All right, fix the buzzers. Let's go.
Who is the last Vikings quarterback to win a playoff game on the road?
I know Cousins hasn't. That's a trick question.
I'm gonna. Dave is buzzed.
No.
He hasn't.
Nope.
Ah, shit. I'm toast.
Yeah, I knew you were
Dave,
going to
I'm
say
gonna give you
Cousins.
10 seconds.
Dante
to think about it.
Culpepper. Culpepper. Fuck it.
No.
Pardon my French.
Derek gets a chance to steal.
Hey,
Was
can I
he an
get?
Oiler once upon a time?
So we know it's
What?
not Kirk Cousins. We know it's not Dante Culpepper.
I was going to try to give you a hint. It's not an obvious answer.
No, I know who it is.
Fly.
It's that backup guy that they had, like in that in between phase of Culpepper, and I cannot remember his damn name. Oh my god!
And he became a Bronco for a while.
I remember what he looks like, but I cannot.
Yes.
Dude, I know who it is, but I can't remember his name.
Dang it. Keenum.
Case.
Yes, thank you.
He is now the backup quarterback for the Chicago Bears this season.
Oh, is he still playing? Wow.
Yeah, they brought him in so they could mentor Caleb.
Dude, Keenum actually had not a terrible year with the Vikings either.
Oh yeah,
like that year he wasn't bad.
These questions are not easy, guys.
But they felt like they had to give the big contract to a young quarterback.
Yeah,
and it's just like, no, Keenum.
Dude, I know. I remember. Oh, dang it, Case Keenum. I should know that. He was the all-time passing leader in the NCAA for a little while.
There's so much good trivia out there for football. Like this is just scratching the surface. So like this is good. Okay, next question. Clearing the buzzers. What team eliminated the Packers in the 2007 and 2011 playoffs?
The same team eliminated the Packers in 2007 and 2011. Buzzed in New York Giants.
That is correct.
Yeah. That's the Manningham game. The 2011 game was the Manningham game that
we just talked about in 2011. Well, you guys just literally said the Giants in 2011. We just talked about that game.
Now, I'll never forget that game, so I knew that answer. Yeah. Goddamn Manning to Manningham. Too many Mannings. All right.
My buzzer. Clearing the buzzers. This is a good one here. What NFC North quarterback was sacked 9 times in a playoff game? And before you give an answer, I'll tell you that his name has come up a lot. Okay, go ahead, Dave.
Cutler.
Yes, correct. No, it's not.
No, I jumped in too early because I thought you were going to say 9 times in the first half of a Monday night.
So he said Jay Cutler, and that was incorrect. His name has come up a lot. So I'm going to say Culpepper.
Yes, correct.
Nice. I remember he got sacked a bunch in one game, but I don't remember it being.
He was famous for getting sacked a lot.
Jeez, 9 times and tiny hands. He fumbled a lot for.
He got sacked a lot.
Yeah, but he was like a Roethlisberger, where he just hold on to. He's like, no, you can bring me down. I'll stand up, and I took a lot of sacks because of it.
He did take a lot of sacks. Yeah.
All right, here we go. Here's the next one. Derek's taking the lead more now, but we'll see what happens here. What NFC North team lost a playoff game without allowing an offensive touchdown? And this is in 1999.
Which NFC North team lost?
They lost the game, but they did not give up an offensive touchdown. They allowed 2 defensive touchdowns. This is very random. You have a 1 in 4 chance to pick an NFC North team.
Probably 1 in 3 because the Lions sucked. We know it's not them. So, like, unless it was the Lions. Oh, tricky. All right, I'm just gonna say Bears. All right, Dave says Bears. I say Vikings.
It's the Vikings.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they were
good defenses back then.
They did. Yeah.
They had good defenses, but no offense, right? I thought that would be obvious because if you think like it's not the Bears or the Packers, then it would have to be the Vikings. Okay.
Well, the worst year was the year that we went 13-3, where we lost to Green Bay in the playoffs in January. Then we lost to Green Bay week 1. We lost to Green Bay at the end. Or no, we lost to Baltimore Ravens, who just won the Super Bowl. And then our only other 2 losses were to Green Bay. So we were 13-1, only lost to the Super Bowl chance, but everyone said, yep, but you're 0-3 against Green Bay.
So, okay, we have 2 questions left.
That was great.
We have 2 questions left. All right, Dave, and I'm going to give you a shot to come back and win, though, on here, okay? I'm going to give you some bonus questions if you can get them right, all right?
Yeah, Ditka versus a hurricane. It's Ditka.
We all know Ditka's going to win. That is not a trivia.
Ditka versus a hurricane if it's named Hurricane Ditka.
Obvious questions don't count.
Okay, here we go. Which Bears player had the most rushing yards in a single playoff game? And I'm going to tell you it's not an obvious answer. You got to dig deep for this one. Because think about it. Back in the 80s.
I was going to say it was Muster as fullback.
It's not.
If it's not Sweetness,
it's not Anderson.
Right? I'm telling you, it's not from the 80s. They did not. They in those playoff games, they moved the ball around a lot. They didn't get a lot of rushing yards.
I'm sure Peyton had some good games, but
Neil Anderson was good at right around 90.
Okay, I'm going to give you another hint. It was in 2006.
Forte.
Did you buzz in? Nope, that's not correct.
That's a great answer. That's what I was thinking too.
Yeah, so that's the
when you said it's not
I'm telling
obvious,
you, it's not obvious.
Oh, I know who it is. Oh man, it's that little dude that you guys had for a little while. That like,
yes, you're correct.
Was supposed to be really good, and then he only played for like 3 seasons, and then he was gone. Oh, what's his name, Dave? I'm not going to get the points, but like, do you remember him, Dave? The little short dude that you guys had that had
2006.
Yeah, that burst onto the scene for like 2 years and then disappeared.
He's more of a speed guy. The answer is Thomas Jones.
Thomas Jones.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, he was good for you guys for like 2 years.
Oh yeah.
All right. Here's the next question. Who kicked the game-winning field goal in
Chris
overtime to send the Packers to Super Bowl XLV over the Bears? Packers kicker.
Mason Crosby.
Correct.
That seemed too obvious. I should have known that.
Dave got it correct.
I forgot Mason Crosby played for like 18 seasons.
Mm-hmm. He is
Silver
good for
Fox.
6 of them.
Yeah,
Dave, I'm going to give you the bonus questions now.
Okay.
So Dave gets a bonus question just for him to see if he can catch up to you in points because he's down by 3 points.
4 points, I thought.
Let's just give them some questions. They're not going to be easy, but we'll give them a chance.
Okay.
We'll give them a chance to catch up and see, okay? First one's going to be easy-ish. Which NFC North team blew a 14-point lead at home in the 2003 playoffs against the Eagles?
I wouldn't know, but looking at your brother's face, I'd say the Packers.
That's correct. It's 4th and 26. I gave you a 4th and 26 question, Dave. This should be a layup.
Right? We were just talking about that.
That's a negative point.
That's a negative point.
I remember where we were.
Right. You are
fun.
now 2 points away from tying, and then if you can do that, then we'll have like a face-off at the end, okay?
Right?
It's not going to be easy.
Sure.
In 1982, what team scored 41 points in a playoff game and still lost? They played against the Chargers in 1982. It's an AFC team that can score a lot of points with a really good quarterback.
I was going to say the Oilers.
Incorrect. It was Dan Marino and the Dolphins.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was thinking Warren Moon.
All right. Well, this is our final score. Is 10 to 8.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Neckbeard wins 10 to 8. It's a pretty close one, though.
Good. Yeah. Good trivia. We did it. Good trivia.
I gave you guys some really hard questions, but I think we'll make them a little bit easier in the future. But those were really fun facts.
Yeah, those were good. I mean, there was a couple we probably could have got right if we had thought about it more.
We have a lot of football stuff in our brain. It's not, as we get older. If we were younger, we probably would know all the answers to the old stuff.
I don't know if I'd ever get a Brandon Staley question right though.
Stokely.
F that guy. You see, don't even know his name.
But see, part of the reason it's great is because doing this trivia stimulates our brains and it makes it work better. You know what I mean? This is like therapy.
Yeah. Well, it was good. All right. I like this. We should do specific. I think we should do specific therapy. It is therapy. Trivia next time, like based on like either playoffs or scenarios. I don't know. Put it
or
in the
divisions
comments,
or something.
Yeah, whatever. Something like that. Because like it's so hard to tell which era, which conference, which team. Like there's a lot to think about. So like if we could like maybe compartmentalize
I'll nail you guys with 90s NFC North trivia.
Okay. 90s NFC North trivia could be fun. I'd like to see like all-time stats or stats related trivia too. I like stat stuff like most receiving yards in a game or something like that.
Yeah.
Or like, multiple choice. But yeah, any trivia, I'm all for.
I kind of like the style of these, even though they're kind of hard to scenario stuff because like it really takes you back to a time and place to remember stuff, and it keeps our brain active. It's really fun. So here we go. Boom. Here we go. Boom.
We did it. We did a trivia episode. Woohoo!
Okay, how about here's a quick bit of trivia. So since 2020, he's had the 2 highest scoring fantasy PPR games. Number 1 and number 2. Who is he?
Jamar Chase.
Yes.
I was going to say
which is disgusting because he also had number. He has a lot of fantasy point games.
Yeah,
games.
He's got some huge games, man. Huge games. Yeah.
So do we want to do? Would we like to try more of football, or do we like to try a little bit of fantasy? Football.
I don't know if I'm into fantasy yet.
Yeah, because it's really hard to know that.
Well, and once we roll into doing more of our fantasy stuff, Dave, I say we do more, like we can do trivia about fantasy and that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
All right. Sounds good to me.
Anyway, thanks for joining, everybody. We'll do more trivia and we'll do just as terrible, I'm sure. So, hey, we got some right.
Ditka.
You know? Yeah, I got
the answer. Mike Ditka
right.
hey, who would win in a fight, Mike Ditka or a quiz? If the quiz was named Mike Ditka quiz.